What's up, YouTube? Tonight I'm going to walk you through the process of repairing and installing a new LCD and digitizer in a 2007 Lexus ES350. There are other videos on YouTube to do this, but unfortunately for me, those videos were Lexus IS submodel cars, and they're a little bit different. And one of the differences is that the actual digitizer itself has a different flexi cable and different number of pins. And what you're seeing here is the aftermath of me attempting to repair it, but the LCD and digitizer assembly that I received from the seller that I ordered them from was the wrong one with the wrong cable. So tonight I've received the correct part and I'm going to repair it. I'm going to show you how to dig into it, and you can watch this video along with the other videos that are out there and you kind of get an idea of what's involved. So the symptoms of the problem, if you have an issue with your digitizer, is that it will stop registering key presses. Now, if your wife is like mine, and even though I tell her it's a simple repair and I just need to get time to do it, she might get a little flustered and smash the screen with her fists. And then you have something like this. Now, the LCD behind here is actually okay, but you see that the glass, there's two sheets of glass in front of the LCD, and that's what actually has been smashed here and spiderwebbed. So it forced me to buy the entire LCD assembly. You can buy basically junkyard parts where when they get a salvage vehicle, they put the entire assembly, they sell the entire assembly. But I didn't want to do that. You can get the LCD and digitizer screen all one unit for $200 to $300. The complete used assembly with no guarantee and no warranty is about $400 to $500. Sometimes I've seen $600-700. If you take this to the dealer, they're going to take one look at this and they're going to tell you that you need an entirely new navigation assembly, which, because this controls climate, your radio, presets, Bluetooth, audio, everything, that repair, which is actually them replacing this entire unit, is going to be around $4,000. I've seen people with quotes as high as $12,000. It really depends on how smarmy your dealer is. But it's a relatively easy and straightforward process, provided you have the correct instructions on how to actually disassemble this. Now, I viewed so many other videos which led me to believe that there are two bolts behind here, and there are, but those bolts don't hold this in, and those bolts are occluded by obscured by a piece of plastic. And in this particular model, the console is actually one piece, and so I ended up having to figure out how to take apart the console, the center console, and pulling that back, and it was totally useless. I wasted a lot of time. If you want to make sure that you have the correct disassembly process, you can subscribe to the Toyota information system. There's techinfo.toyota.com, and they have a bunch of information. They have the granularity of that information is basically how to take this entire thing out, how to put a new one in. But at least it gives you the magic arrows and the diagrams to tell you where the bolts are. And there's 4 bolts. There's 2 down here either side, and there's 2 behind the air conditioning vents. You have to pull the entire unit back, disconnect all the cables. The cables behind there are all keyed, so you cannot put the wrong cable in the wrong place. So it's almost idiot proof. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through the process, how to get this thing out, how to start working on it and repairing it and putting it back in and testing it. Now, I will say this, one of the other videos I saw in the later models, what's behind here is entirely different than what's behind these earlier models. And the design has changed. The newer design is a lot easier to repair, and there's not as many screws you have to take apart. But anyway, let me just get started. Gather my sockets and tools. You need a 10mm socket and a ratchet. You need an extension. And that's basically it. A bunch of screwdrivers and some time and patience, and of course the replacement part. So let's get going.